Hey everybody, Angelo. I am going to share with you some beauty school basics and we're going to learn how to wrap a perm. So let's get into it. Okay, so before I talk about how to wrap a perm, I want to talk about what perms are, okay? Perms usually come in a box, something like this. This is a brand I like called ISO. This one is called ISO XO, so the exothermic perm. What perms are, I have a whole video about this on my channel, is it is a permanent waving solution product. There is two ingredients or two products. One is a waving solution, one is a neutralizer. Sometimes there's a third ingredient like the one that I have here. It is a activator called, I actually don't know what it's called, but it is an activator that makes the perm hot. Hence the name ISO XO. XO means exothermic, means it makes things warm. This is a perm you would use if you are dealing with someone with really resistant hair, super coarse hair, very, very straight hair, and you really want to have it curl. So in this ISO XO, there, like I said, there is going to be the waving solution, which is step 1, and there is going to be the neutralizer step 2. If you can see that, neutralizer step 2. And then they all come with a processing cap, which is good to have. And then in this part specifically, there is the isothermalizer, okay? So this actually goes into the waving solution. You'll notice as soon as you put it in there that this bottle will get warm. You do not want to mix this with your neutralizer, nor do you want to mix your waving solution with the neutralizer. I actually thought in hair school something bad would happen, it would start smoking. Neutralizer neutralizes this. So if you mix them together, just basically do nothing. So don't mix them together, it'll be a waste of a perm. A couple things to be cautious about if you're considering perming your hair is previous chemical history. Bleached hair and perms are a no-no. Do not mix bleach and perms. If you have previously bleached hair anywhere on your hair and you mix your perm solution on bleached hair, that hair cannot handle it. It will break off, it will disintegrate. It is highly advised not to do it. Also have to consider previous perms and previous sodium hydroxide relaxers. So if someone comes in with the sodium hydroxide relaxer on their hair, something with lye, you might want to consider steering this client into a different service because, again, perms are powerful. Okay, so I've got my little quadrant done of just my orange and pink rods, and I have this orange wood stick here as a stabilizer. What this does is there's a little band that goes right here. I don't know if you can actually see it. Maybe if I pull it closer. Oh, it's not focusing. Anyways, there's a band right here, and if you perm the hair without a stabilizer on there, not only does this help keep your perms tight, or your perm rods tight, is it also helps that when you perm the hair, you won't get a line going across the curl. It's very unattractive. So we use the stabilizers. Again, this is an orange wood stick for manicuring. You could use cocktail straws. I've used all sorts of things. They actually make perm stabilizing picks, but I find that a cheap wooden stick works just fine, popsicle stick. I'm going to demonstrate two different wraps. This is just your classic perm wrap, and then I'm going to show you how to do one spiral curl. Okay, tools needed are going to be a perm comb. Sometimes people know this is a foil comb, a rat tail comb. Basically, it's a comb on one end, and it's got a little sharp thing on the other end. I like the wire ones. They make plastic ones, but I feel like these are a lot more sharp and a lot more precise that you can pick up with them. The other tools you're going to need is you're going to need perm tools, okay? These can be classic perm rods like this. They can be the long ones that loop and click together. They can really be anything as long as they close. I've seen ones that are oval, ones that are spongy, so they have more of a softer bounce as the curl's done. You also want to have a spray bottle full of water, and you want to have end papers. These are majorly important. I do not think you can successfully do a perm without these. Okay, now with perms, water is your friend. So before you even start a perm, what you're going to do is you're going to take your client, okay, and you're going to take him back to the shampoo bowl, and you're going to use a clarifying shampoo on their hair, no conditioner, okay, no conditioner. If you are freaked out about not using conditioner, don't worry, because you shouldn't be perming hair with bleach on it, so it shouldn't be a problem. You should be able to comb through it just fine as long as the hair is healthy. I've made my section, the width of my rod, I'll use a purple one, and it is the same width as my previous two sections. You can see it's the same width all around, okay? So you're gonna take your hair, pinch the end like this, two perm end papers. They pop up just fine. This is called a double end wrap. The first one's gonna go behind. Second one's gonna go right in front. Okay? Remember, water is your friend. Hit the end with spray so it gets nice adhesion. Take your perm tool, you're gonna pop it up in there. And what we're doing with these end papers is we're trying to get these wispy ends wrapped up in without having a fish hook. So basically it's where you will fold over the wrong way and you get this really like ziggy-zaggy thing. We don't want that. So you're gonna go as far as you can to the tip, okay? Fold it over. Do this like roll back thing that I suggest. And then we're going to wrap and roll. We're wrapping. Get everything all rolled down. It should be nice and tight and firm. Okay. And what we're gonna go do is we're going to snap the end and we're gonna get another stabilizer pick. The head is starting to curve, so if I put the stabilizer pick up there, it's gonna lift off. So now this is wrapped and you're gonna use your perm solution. You want to make sure you use cotton, okay? Cotton to put around this so it doesn't drip all over their face, but you wanna give the skin something to like stick on. So a lot of times people just use conditioner. I like to use well as pre-treatment for a pre-color treatment. It's very, very sticky. You can see it's kind of like Vaseline, it's very thick. What you'll do is just take this and you'll apply it to like the areas around the head, just like so on and so forth, you know, all around. And then what you'll do is take your cotton and you'll wrap it around all these, maybe twice. And that way, when you put your perm solution on there, it will not drip all down the client's face. It's still going to, but it helps. And you can maybe hold a towel down here as you apply it. So make sure you put cotton. Okay, so this is wrap number 2. This is what's called a spiral wrap, and this is usually done with these really small 1-inch squares. It is kind of time consuming, but the result is very, very beautiful. And what this is gonna be like, I'm gonna use a orange rod, okay? Same thing, get your comb, make everything nice and smooth, and this is gonna be a motion that's gonna be wrapped this way, okay? So my perm is gonna be going this way. This one's a little different. You're going to pinch it and fold it vertically like a bookend. It might look familiar to some of you. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop the hair in the middle of it. Again, pinch. This is all about the ends, okay? We wanna make sure we get the ends nice and tight. Remember, water's your friend. You wanna start wrapping this on this very bottom point, and you're gonna roll it up. So I'll kind of show you. Pull it like so. Get that end tucked in, and then as you wrap it, it's going to go like a spiral. You can see how that's spiraling up like a corkscrew. And then when you get to the end, you go the other way. Just like that. And then you can put your end on. And now typically spiral perms don't usually use stabilizer picks because there's so many curls, but like you can see with this one, when I had others wrapped in there, it should be vertical, it wants to fall. So I probably put a couple picks in just to help them along the way. But again, this is our spiral, and then we've got our classic over here. And that's how you wrap a perm. After that, what you do is you, like I said before, you're gonna use your waving solution, you're gonna process it for, usually they say start at 10 minutes timing and then every 5 minutes check the curl. Usually 20-25 minutes is the maximum time for a waving lotion to be on the hair. Then after that, what you're gonna do is you're gonna rinse it for a good 5 to 10 minutes. Just rinse with all the rods in. You're gonna towel blot with a towel, and then I'd recommend using paper towels to blot even more moisture out of the hair. Paper towels absorb way more moisture than a towel does. After that, what you'll do is you'll apply your neutralizer. Make sure you get your neutralizer everywhere. This is actually what's gonna make the curl curl. After you get your neutralizer on everything, you wanna wait about 3 to 5 minutes and then start dropping your rods, and you'll notice they'll be nice and springy, nice and bouncy. Get all the rods out, and then after the rods are out, you're gonna rinse it again. Well, you wanna rinse the neutralizer out until I recommend seeing no more bubbles. If you do a perm, you'll know what's happening. You'll see the bubbles, and then you basically want the water to rinse bubble-free. After that, you are good to go, and you want to tell your client not to shampoo for 48 hours. They can get it wet, they can buy styling products, but don't actually put shampoo into the hair. What that can do is it can make the curl pattern start reverting and the perm can fall out. So we don't want that, especially if we just paid all that money for our perm. So that is a little bit of how to wrap a perm, how perms work. I know I have a video on perms work already with a spaghetti noodle, so you can revert to that video if you want more about this, but that is how we wrap our perm. And remember, no bleached hair. So anyways, see you guys later. Drop it down if you have any more comments or suggested videos you want me to make. Otherwise, I will see you next time.